What's up, y'all? This is Brian Mazik, aka Franchise Play, aka the Big Numbers Guy. You see the screen. What if LeBron James played in the NFL? Put this together for Complex Magazine with Complex.com. So, of course, well, not of course, really, because at first, you look at LeBron and he played in high school or whatever. He was 6'6", they listed him as then. He played wide receiver. But now, as a fully grown man, he's 6'8", 260 pounds. That sounds like a tight end, right? But LeBron James ain't playing no tight end, man. We know you got to block when you play a tight end. It's not like you don't have to block when you're a wide receiver, but obviously, they don't playing on the offensive line at times as an extra offensive lineman during the run game. So because of that, and because of just the freakish mismatches that he would cause as a wide receiver, just think about it. 6'8", 260 pounds, a vertical leap of 42 inches. He had, he's played some football, so it's not like it's completely brand new to him. I mean, we just talking about a freak of nature athlete. So at wide receiver, we talking about guys, you got cornerbacks at 5'8", all the way up to, Richard Sherman's like 6'3". But even Richard Sherman, as big as he is, LeBron would be 5 inches taller than him, physically stronger, and more than likely, I'm almost positive, even though Richard Sherman's a really great athlete, I'm more than positive LeBron James, vertical leap is higher. So, I mean, you got a big, humongous physical edge, right? So we got all that set. He's a red zone threat. Is also the type of wide receiver I made him, because just imagine him on the fade route. In the preseason, the first preseason games against the Oakland Raiders, now I will admit, you might be looking at LeBron and being like, he had a lot to eat before the season started. And yes, he was a little chunky, so I had to slim him down. It took me a couple weeks to get him actually looking like LeBron would look. But they put him out here for kickoff returns. This didn't work out too good, because when you that big, nobody got a problem seeing you on the kickoff returns. So, but in the latter part of the preseason here, this is the third preseason game against the Bengals. He's doing all right. Look at him. Look at this play. Look at this play. Still a little chunky. Still working on getting him on the insanity diet. I had to actually drop him. That's the touchdown. That's his first touchdown of the preseason. I had to drop his weight down to like 230 to make him really look like he did. He looked like he was Gosder Cherilus or somebody out there for a minute when I had him at the right weight. So had to drop that so he would look the right way. So, and the biggest thing is the 6'8" thing anyway. You see him, look at this. Now that was a dangerous pass from Romo, but he caught it anyway. First touchdown of the preseason. It's a sign of things to come, at least for LeBron, because this is not necessarily going to be a great team move. It's not necessarily going to improve the team that much. Here we are in the last preseason game of the season. Look at this hit that happens. Oh my God. Did you see his legs go into the backwards bicycle kick like Liu Kang on Mortal Kombat? Woo, 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 woo. That's how, but I don't know how to do that backwards. I don't know. Anyway, you saw that. Now look, LeBron, look, can you imagine LeBron in this situation? Trying to be the guy out there designated to block field goals and extra points. Now, he wasn't nowhere close that time, but just imagine launching up there, to do that. Now, look at this. They ain't playing with LeBron. He goes up high, but you got to watch it. They'll try to take your legs out. And you want to know why this ain't going to happen in real life? Because ain't no way LeBron going to risk, torn ACL out here to play in the NFL. I know he said he wanted to play one game. There's a touchdown in the preseason. But, man, just imagine that. He go out there one time, and that's it. It's a wrap. And then nobody wants that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Some of y'all haters in Cleveland probably want that, but I don't want it. Regular season week 1. Now that y'all might be wondering, why did I not put him with Cleveland? Well, because he said his favorite team is the Cowboys. Now here, LeBron forgot about the rules. He's like, you know what? I didn't realize that you cannot come across the line of scrimmage until they hike it. So he just wanted to see if he could actually block, whatever, But I'm gonna tell you, look, the game freaks out because you can tell they are not planning on you ever blocking a field goal. I blocked that field goal. The game went and it paused for like a good 10 minutes. I think they was discussing whether or not they was going to shut me off or not. But there's another touchdown. This is the First week, first touchdown of the regular season, LeBron spikes it home. This is a tough game. Look at this. Look at his line. 9 receptions, 152 yards, and a touchdown. Yes. But he ain't done. Look at that play there. Left the defender looking silly. Tony Romo is excited. LeBron is flexing. This is the first game of the season, and it's looking like he's a future Hall of Famer. Look at this. 14 catches, 222 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It was awesome. Awesome. And the Dallas Cowboys win the season opener. You got to be happy with that. But it didn't start to go that well left after that. You know, see, they go into week 5 with a 2-2 record. That's not what you want. Playing the Denver Broncos, which is tough in itself because they are the Denver Broncos. But LeBron is not intimidated. Over the middle, oh, it got hit pretty good there. Nobody cares about LeBron out here. They tired of seeing whatever he's been doing. Over the middle, though. Touchdown again. LeBron from Tony Romo. Yes, do your dance. Do your dance. And this is, y'all see this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, even on Madden. So that's a beautiful thing. Pink wristbands and everything. We love it. We love it. Touchdown, though, LeBron. Yes. Now, see, he's starting to look like he should look. He's humongous, towering over people, but he's not quite as chunky as before. But look at the score. Look at Peyton Manning's face. That means they lost. 24-18. Cowboys win. Improve the record to 3-2. But look at the losses after that. 3 straight. Lose to the Redskins, lose to the Eagles, and lose to the Lions. It ain't looking good. Playoffs are not looking good. Week 9 now. Okay? Week 9 against the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings offense is putrid aside from Adrian Peterson, right? That's pretty much the consensus thought, right? So this should be a game that should be, winnable. Over the middle, and they got the old school uniforms on too. Touchdown, LeBron. You see LeBron likes to run the slants, right? You see that. Oh, B-boy stance on him. B-boy. That's a touchdown. Look at this. The slants are his friend. They really are. They really are. Look at that. And he almost stayed on his feet and everything. You know the Minnesota Vikings secondary is not very good, right? You get that. Okay. 24-12, though, still losing. And another slant. And look at LeBron. Just outrunning people. Oh, did he do the suicide dive into the end zone for the touchdown? Another flex. But Dallas is still losing. Yeah, Jason Garrett's going to get fired in the virtual world and maybe even in the real world. Leslie Frazier, too. This is 2 probably lame duck coaches right now that you see in Madden right now. They both of them might have to, be an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator in Leslie Frazier's case for their next job. That may happen. But in the meantime, LeBron is doing the suicide dive inside the pylon. But it didn't matter. You see that look on Tony Romo's face. You know what that means? The Cowboys lost 24-19. Minnesota wins. And for all intent and purpose, that probably just killed the Cowboys playoff hopes. You see they're in last place. 3-7. I don't know. Is it LeBron's fault? Can you blame a wide receiver? He's having a good year, so I don't know if you can blame him. At any rate, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. 3-8, about to take on the Oakland Raiders. This is certainly a winnable game. Certainly, you would think that's the case, right? But nothing has been a given for LeBron in Dallas this year. Just nothing. Except for LeBron has had a good year. He has been outstanding. The Miami Heat don't even know if he ever coming back. That's a lie. He's coming back. He's definitely coming back. But here we are inside the red zone shotgun. Tony Romo. Look at this. Oh, that's LeBron using the athleticism. And watch the move that he puts on. And then he does a Usain Bolt celebration. Watch the move that he puts on at the line of scrimmage. Look at this. Look at this move. He's just, oh. I'm really overdoing it. It wasn't that great, but it felt good. It felt good. Look, elevation. He has more of a vertical leap than that. That was like I don't know what that was. That was like Steve Nash vertical. Come on, we got to let him get higher than that. But he ain't done. Well, at least he was done. That was a touchdown there. Kyle Orton to Miles Austin. Now, Tony Romo had gotten hurt earlier in the game, and I started not to even show y'all this because LeBron didn't catch it, but it did win the game. So since it won the game, the Cowboys win 31-30, and finally get back in the winners column, I figured it needed to be shown. But at the end of the season, Dallas finishes 6-10. That ain't gonna get you to playoffs in the Scandinavian League. But he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Look at the catches. Goes to the Pro Bowl. He had a great year. It's just that the Cowboys are terrible. You can't blame him for that. You can't blame him for that. If I was playing a second and third seasons, LeBron would be set up with XP. He has a plethora of XP to look forward to. But this is the only season. This is a one-shot deal. Just wanted to see from a fantasy standpoint what LeBron James would do in one season in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys. And there it was. Y'all subscribe, follow. Peace.